If you're walking into Bone Temple thinking this is going to be rage, virus, chaos, sprinting zombies, and non-stop carnage, stop. Reset your expectations. Because this is something very different. And honestly, I liked it way more than the previous 28 years later. Welcome back to the channel. I am Rob, and this is a non-spoiler review. This is my way of making you go to the cinemas and watch it. So this film runs on two parallel story paths that slowly tighten towards the third act collision, and is handled really damn well. We follow Spike, who's deep with Jimmy Crystal's gang and on the mainland, and Dr. Kelson, whose story takes a sharp turn into medicine. They're separate journeys, but both feel intentional and purposeful. This isn't random cutting back and forth with two stories. It's structured and it's patient storytelling. So Spike's story, the cult side. Spike's side of the film is where the Bone Temple really sinks its teeth in. This is not a zombie-first storyline. It's cult-driven, ideology-driven. It feels like a twisted coming-of-age journey where brat kids cause havoc under something much darker. Something almost religious. And it works. The atmosphere has that unsettling cult energy. Belief systems, manipulation, violence with purpose. It's story heavy, character focused, and I'm telling you now, it keeps you locked in. And then there's Jack O'Connell. He's the star of this movie, no contest. As the villain, he's not scary, he's fascinating. The kind of character that crawls under your skin because he feels disturbingly plausible. There's ideology, there's madness, there's confidence, and the dialogue does so much of the heavy lifting. You understand exactly what type of person he is just from the dialogue, and it makes him even more dangerous. Every scene he's in, he's top gear. But honestly, the cult side of this story, of this movie, I absolutely loved it. It was something different in a new direction. Now, Dr. Kelson's story, the medical path, I'll be honest, the first half of this movie, I wasn't fully on board with this story. It felt slower, it felt more clinical, less immediately gripping to me. We also got the return of Samson, the big, massive alpha zombie. Yes, that one with his junk flopping around. And yeah, he's still pretty much doing his thing. But here's the key, without spoilers. This storyline pays off. By the time everything clicks, Kelson's choices, including actions from the previous film, suddenly make complete sense. It turns into a genuinely clever narrative thread that just boosts his character in a way I really respected. So that story grew on me, and stick with it. It's worth it. So like I said at the start, reset your expectations. This is important. Don't go into the Bone Temple expecting constant virus action, relentless gore. There is some good stuff though. Same pacing as the first two films. It's a little bit less pacing than the third. Because you'll be disappointed if that's what you want, if you want it like the first two films. That's why I went in with the third film and I was a little bit disappointed. But now I'm alright with the story. We're going with story now. Because this is a story-driven journey. Yes, there are rage virus moments. Yes. Yes, they are. There is brutal scenes. Good ones. But they're used with restraint and purpose, not excess. Remember, this is a non-spoiler review. And when the third act hits, I did not want this movie to end. At around an hour and 40 minutes, the time is actually pretty spot on for this movie. But I did genuinely really want more. And that's always a good sign. Ready for the next one. And listen to me on this one. If you got this far with this review, stay away from spoilers. Even people are going to put spoilers on their thumbnails. Try and stay away from spoilers. Stay away from spoilers from the final 30 minutes, the ending, the reveals, how it all actually merges the two stories to one. It's absolutely worth going in cold, not knowing that stuff. Because everything really clicks together in a freaking satisfying way this last half an hour, man. Because this chapter leans hard into cult mentality, religion, philosophy, meaner, weirder, bolder areas. And it keeps the franchise fresh instead of repetitive, rinse and repeat. But the score's amazing. I'm definitely not spoiling anything about the score, but It absolutely bangs. And if they made a soundtrack out of this, it'll be a wicked soundtrack. And massive respect for keeping that original score from the first movie, just that little tune that they do now and then at the start and ends of the movies. It's great that they've kept that same tune. But my final thoughts on 28 years later, Bone Temple, it's not about how fast the virus spreads. It's about what survives afterwards. Belief, power, ideology, and the dangerous people that rise when the world is broken. This really is a satisfying chapter in the rage virus story. And this time it sets up in a way that really excites me. I really recommend seeing this at the cinemas, 100%. I give this one 8 out of 10 blood popcorns. I want to watch it again. I cannot wait till it comes out. I'm going to be grabbing a copy of this one on Blu-ray. But until then, go in blind. Turn this shit off. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. And then I'll be with you for the next review. Whatever I do. Whatever comes on here. Until next time, say hi to your mum for me. See you.
Popcorn, watching movies for you.